Right, we're going to go back and do the same subject again,
Okay.
but we're going to do it at trained level.
Okay.
Now just a couple of bits that just to help you that you could have been a little bit more proactive on the last one.
Yep.
If you see my hand going to the indicator, you
Yeah.
see a parked car ahead, you know what I'm going to do, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop me doing it.
Yeah.
Say don't indicate.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be nice and proactive, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure there's plenty of variable testing on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise the errors are going to be coming in, aren't they?
Yeah.
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 So I'll give you the word picture.
Do we still, just before we do
Yeah.
that, do we still do hand signals?
Well, that you'll find out in the word picture. won't you?
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I want you to treat me as a pupil at the train stage.
Yes.
I've got a test coming up in 2.5 weeks' time. Freddie couldn't make it today, but he has got the same car as you, so I am familiar with the controls. He said we were going to look at pedestrian crossings and my use of signals by indicator only.
Okay.
Yeah. So pedestrian crossings and use of signals by indicator only. I'm at trained level. Got a test coming up in 2.5 weeks' time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
All right.
So, have you got any questions on the word picture?
No, I haven't.
Right. So I'll hand over to you then.
Okay. I'm Simon.
I'm
nice
Tony.
to meet you. Hiya,
Nice to meet
Tony.
you. Yeah.
Okay, do you want to make yourself comfortable then,
Oh,
get
right,
yourself
yeah.
ready for us going?
Yep.
Very good. And just tell me what you can see in the rearview mirror here.
I can see the whole of the back window. I can see a little bit of my head restraint. And you can see a bit of your head restraint.
And the door mirrors?
I can see the door handles.
Yep.
I can't see very much behind me, but I can tell it's at roughly the right height. And that one I can see the door handles. I can see a bit more behind me. I can see the sky.
Yep.
And I can see the wall there coming in the middle.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good. Alrighty. So
Yeah.
when you're ready,
So we're going to turn left out of the car park.
okay, we'll move off and turning left out of the car
All
park.
right.
Now, as we're looking at crossings, Tony,
Yeah.
immediately that we come out of here, what have we got ahead of us?
Oh, I've got a crossing.
So just tell me what you're thinking as you come up to it now.
Check the mirrors and scan the crossing. Innit?
Okay.
Roundabout right.
And we're going right at the roundabout.
And roundabout right.
And right at the next roundabout also, please. So as you come round here, what can you see ahead, Tony?
Oh, I see a crossing.
What are you going to do?
I'll check the mirror.
Go on then.
Oh, sorry.
And what else are you doing?
I'll scan.
Good. And what are you scanning for when you're looking at that?
And turning left.
And turning left.
I'll just see if there's any pedestrians coming up to the crossing.
Okay, if they are coming onto the crossing, what would you do?
Well, if they're not there yet, I'd carry on. If they get to the crossing and they're standing there, I'd stop and let them go.
Okay, good. And would you beckon them across at all?
No, never. It's dangerous.
No? Why is that?
Because they might get run out by a vehicle coming the opposite way. It doesn't stop.
They might indeed. Good. And how are you identifying these crossings as we come up to them?
Oh, watch out for those Venetian beacons.
Yep. Is that the only type of signal you can... Sorry, signal, the only indicator you can see that is coming up?
Oh, you sometimes see light control crosses, don't you?
You do?
I look out for the lights. You sometimes get a road sign, don't you?
You do sometimes get a road sign, yeah?
And we're going to turn left.
And turning left at the end, please. And so, which signal are you going to use on this, Tony?
Oh, I'm not. There's nobody around.
Okay, so just hold it there a second. There's no one behind us. Why wouldn't you use a signal there?
Well, there's nobody signal too.
Okay, always use it at a junction, because as you come round here now, there may be someone around here, there may be a pedestrian that isn't sure what you're doing, so it's always useful to use the indicator as you come up to a
Oh, I never
junction.
thought pedestrians, yeah. turn right.
And turning right at the end, please. So which indicator are you going to use?
Right.
Very good. And as you come round, what can you see ahead of you?
Oh, it's a light control crossing.
Yeah. What are you doing with that one? How are you going to handle that?
Oh, check the mirror.
Yeah, did you do it?
Oh, sorry.
So check the mirror
And scan.
and scan. And why is it important to do that? Why is it important to check the mirror first? Just don't use the indicator there. It's a parked car. We don't need to indicate coming round it. Why don't you need to indicate there?
No, I thought let the cars behind now are moving around.
Yeah, but what else could they think if you put an indicator on there?
I suppose they might have thought I was turning in there.
They might have done, yeah. So
Next left.
and the next left, please. So you don't need to indicate in that.
No.
So,
But you definitely need to indicate to come back in, don't you?
so no, you don't need to indicate to come back in either, because for exactly the same reason that you might confuse other road users in that they may think that you're going into a driveway or turning.
And left again.
And left again here, please. So here, don't need to indicate coming back in.
And turning right.
And turning next right, please.
Oh, it's there to be learning to ride a motorbike, isn't it?
Yes. So you're going to use the indicator going around the parked car here?
Now use my position.
Okay, brilliant. What other forms of signalling can you think of?
Oh, brake lights.
Yeah.
Reverse and lights.
Yeah. Anything else?
Position.
Yeah, that's a really good one, because that really confirms what you're signalling with
Yeah.
the vehicle. So what about, I know we're doing pedestrian crossings and what have you, but if you saw a pedestrian standing by the side of the road here, now, what would you do?
Look at them.
Yep. And what are you trying to do? There's some pedestrians over there. Look, what would you be trying to do?
Watch their body language. Try to make eye contact with them.
Yeah. Good to see. What are you trying to determine?
What they might do.
Yeah. And would you stop and beckon them across?
No, I wouldn't beckon them across.
No. Good. And if they've already put a foot into the road, what would you do then?
I might stop. It depends what's happening behind me, doesn't it?
Yep. So what would you do? So if you notice they've put a foot into the road, what would you do first?
Well, I think Fred tells me that if ever I see a pedestrian that might be a problem, he said the first thing I should always do is check my mirrors.
Check your mirrors. And why are you checking your mirrors? What can you see here, by the way?
Crossing.
And what are you doing?
I check the
Mirrors, scanning, very good. So identification is very important on those crossings. I'll come back to the other bit in a second. So we've said with identification, how are you identifying that just a zebra crossing like that?
I saw the police beacons again.
Yep. Anything else leading up to it?
I didn't see anything. I wasn't looking for anything else.
Okay. What about the zigzag lines?
Oh yeah, I see them. Yeah.
And what do they tell you?
Oh, I'm not allowed park in it.
Yeah. And why can't you park there?
I can't park on the
Excuse me
approach.
just a second, Tony.
Yeah.
What can you see ahead now?
Oh, crossing.
First thing you do?
I'll check the mirrors.
Go on then.
Oh, okay.
Good. And what else are you doing?
I'll scan.
Scanning. Very good. So yes, why can't you park on those zigzags?
I can't. Oh,
Excuse me, sorry, we've got another crossing ahead. What are you doing?
Well, the examiner told me these crossings are coming up ahead.
No, that's just up to you to identify. So you tell me when you see one.
It'd be handy if he does that.
I'm sorry?
It'd be handy if he would tell me, wouldn't it?
He won't tell you that. He's not going to be, and you're taking the next left, please. He's not going to be with you when you're driving around on your own.
Yeah, so you're asking about the zigzag line?
So yeah, the zigzag lines, why can't you park on them?
Yeah, I can't park and approach them because the car behind wouldn't see the pedestrian standing there. The pedestrian wouldn't see the car.
And what about the other side of the junction, of the...
I think it'd be okay to park the other side.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you think you might restrict the view of oncoming traffic seeing the pedestrians?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Or even the pedestrians seeing the oncoming traffic?
Oh, that's why they painted the other side, is it?
They go both sides,
Oh,
yeah.
right,
What other sorts of crossings? If you see the boxes on the traffic lights like that, what does that tell you? The little boxes with the weight on
Oh,
it.
it just tells me there's a crossing system built into the traffic lights, isn't it?
Yep. Okay. So what effect may that have on the junction? Do you know?
It means that both we might be stopped and the other traffic might be stopped while they're letting pedestrians cross,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Very good. And what if you saw at a light-controlled pedestrian crossing, so a pelican crossing, what does a flashing amber light mean?
Oh, that means I can go if there's nobody on the crossing, isn't it?
Yep. And on a zebra crossing, it's good we've got a red traffic light, we can talk lots, can't we?
Yeah.
On a zebra crossing, a normal zebra crossing,
Yeah.
If there's somebody that's past the centre line and walking away from you, is it okay for you to continue at that point?
No, I'd wait until they're the other side.
Why would you wait until they're to the other side?
Well, they're anything like me. I'll change my mind quite a lot.
Yes. And if they change your mind and you're moving off, what effect might that have? Yeah. Good. So tell me if you can see when you see a crossing, Tony.
I see black and white posts and
Okay.
beacons, yeah.
Yep. So what would you do there? What's your course of action once you've identified it?
In case he trips over.
Yep.
Check my mirrors.
Yep, go on then. Don't forget to check them.
I'll scan because I can't see very much here.
Yeah, that's good. So lifting off the gas as well, what you did there was really good. Just gives you a bit more time when it's restricted vision.
And straight.
Straight on here, please.
And turning right.
And next right, please, Tony. And what are you going to do with this crossing?
Oh yeah, check my mirrors.
Yep.
I really hope I get an examiner like you.
So I'm going to stop telling you about the that now, and we're just going to watch it. And next left, please.
They're not as helpful as that then.
Some of them will be. So they're lovely people.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, they'll tell me when things are
So
coming.
excuse me a second. Pedestrians in the road. Now, what are you going to do?
Just let cross.
What did you do first before you let them cross?
Check my mirror.
You did. I saw you do that. That was very good.
I was going to rev the engine a bit to get a move on.
No, don't do that. Just let them cross in their own time and don't rush them. Obviously, you've already said don't beckon them.
So examiners won't tell me this cross is coming up.
No.
Yeah, because Fred never tells me either.
Doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'm going to stop telling you then.
No.
I'm going to pass that one back to you for identification because I think you're doing very well on those.
And turning right.
And turning right at the end, please, Tony. And so, when you put your signal on,
Yeah.
how do you decide how far away from the junction to do it?
About 6, 7, 8 car lengths away.
Do you think that's what you did then?
Yeah, that's about right, wasn't it?
No, I think you were a little bit close. You were probably only 1 or 2 car lengths when you put that on. You thought about it because your hand went to it, but you didn't actually put it on.
Oh.
So, just a little bit earlier. Would you always do it at that 6 to 7 car lengths?
No, I sometimes delay it.
Why would that be?
It's the road beforehand.
Yep. Just a road?
Sorry?
Is it when you said that if there's a road beforehand, is it only if it's a road?
I think so.
What about if there's driveways?
There's driveways everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah. But could that also confuse people if you use your indicator early?
And I don't normally worry about driveways because they're everywhere, aren't they?
Yes, they are, but you should also take driveways into account so that you don't confuse people.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't be able to signal right until here.
Yeah, that is a very good point, actually. Yes, I think you're right with that then. So indicate in good time in that instance if there's driveways.
I think you should pay me, not me pay you, innit?
I think so. So... so nothing, sorry.
Hey? Just out of roll, you could ask me to tell you when I see a crossing ahead.
Yeah, okay.
The only thing I'm having a little dig at is the fact that you're actually telling me this crossing's going.
Yeah, oh, right, I see, rather than asking.
Yes, this thing about indicating late.
Yes.
I think you're making a bit of a fuss about that.
Yeah.
I don't see what all the fuss is about.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, it's so that we give other road users plenty of time to react to our movements. So, as we come up to the next junction, I'll tell you when I'd like to see you do it. Very nice around the parked car, no indication, not required, well done. And what about when you pull back in? No, good. Why not?
I was concentrating on there, I was really concentrating on those pedestrians with those dogs there.
Okay, good. And what were you looking at them for?
Because one of the dogs didn't look like it was on a lead.
Right. And so what was the first thing you did when you saw them? Yes, very good. So when you see the next crossing, pedestrian crossing, Tony, tell me when you see it and what you're going to do, please.
Oh, I see one in the distance now. I can see the beacons flashing.
Okay.
I see the black and white posts.
And so what are you going to do?
Check them out.
Yeah. Anything else?
Scanning nice and early.
Good.
Can't see anybody there at the moment. Those people approaching and look at making.
Yeah. Good. Very good. Good watching.
Speed up there and get out.
Well, no, don't speed up, but just carry on with your normal progress. Because if you speed up, imagine while you're watching them if little Johnny had come out on his skateboard from this side.
Turning right.
And we're turning right, please.
And turning right.
And turning right again. So, that's it. So tell me if you see any pedestrian crossings.
Oh yeah, I see them Venetian beacons, yeah.
Tell me what you're going to do.
Check on the right and scan.
That's good. Very good. I'm going to hand that one back to you, Tony. I think you've got that one well covered on that. On the identification.
And turning left.
And next left, please.
And turning right.
And take the next right, please. So just cancel your indicator there, please, now, Tony. So remember that 6 to 7 car length. So I would say that one wants to go on about now. So
I was giving him plenty of time.
Yeah, but we want to do it with that. Always keep that 6 to 7. When we say plenty of time, if that's probably the expression I used, and I mean 6 to 7 car lengths. That is plenty of time. If you do it before that, what do you think could happen by doing it too early?
People get a lot more warning, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would. But what else could happen?
I'm not too sure.
You might confuse them. They may think you're turning into a driveway, or they may think that you've left it on accidentally or put it on accidentally, in which case it may cause them to take action They may go around you, they may try and come up the inside of you in a dangerous manner. So that 6 to 7 car lengths is an important one to try. So as we come up here, let me tell you when it should be.
And we're going to turn left.
We're turning left at the end. So about now. That's your 6 to 7 car lengths. And unless there's another junction, that's always a good one to, you know, keep that as a constant.
And we're going to turn right.
So turning right when you're going to indicate. Very good. What can you see ahead?
Oh, I see a crossing.
What are you doing first?
Check one mirror.
Good. Anything else now? Very good. So keep coming up to the crossing. We don't need to stop short. Why wouldn't we want to stop short?
Oh, I always stop short in case I stop on the crossing.
Okay. The dotted line here, at the edge of the zebra, we're turning right, is the point that you stop. In the same way that you would do at a junction, why wouldn't you stop short at a give-way junction, Tony?
I'm going to see.
Okay. Any other reason?
Sorry?
Any other reason for stopping short? Any other consequence of stopping short?
Oh, it gets people confused.
Yeah. So do you think that might have that same effect there?
Yeah, I find it easy to judge where to stop at a junction.
How do you do that?
I get the giveaway or a stop line on the door mirror.
Okay. You could do exactly the same thing on that zebra crossing there.
Right.
And so, because if you stop short, you just told me, what's the reason, what's the potential consequence of that?
At a junction.
No, at a zebra crossing.
Yeah, I just stop short at the crossings because I don't want to go over the white line and get 3 points on my licence.
Okay, but so if you stop at the white line, you're not going over it. You can use that same reference point to make sure you're at the right place.
Oh, I didn't know that was the same.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. What have you got here now?
I'm crossing.
Good. And again, stopping short, we've just missed 1 point off at the moment. You've said you could see better, but what else could it do to anybody following you?
Yeah, I did confuse somebody. I was out with my wife yesterday.
Yeah?
And they overtook me.
There you go. So you imagine what would happen if that person was on the crossing.
Yeah, but he's got more experience than me. He knows where the giveaway line was.
Who, the person overtaking?
Yeah.
Well, but you don't